refreshes you best. It's the refreshing. The little old ladies from Pasadena, the swinging young honeys from Ipanema, the bartender rockers from Liverpool, drinks to quote 'cause they wanna be cool now. Fun and food and you go better with things, go better with Coke. Real life work puts extra fun in you and everything you do. Things go better with Coca-Cola. Things go better with Coke.
And it's episode 45 of the Vinyl Exile. I'm Jamal David Wilson in my nerd quarters in Kewanee, Illinois. Let's start off the show with Evil Woman from a band from Minneapolis called Crow.
I see the look of evil in your eyes. You've been filling me up full of lies. Tomorrow will not change your shameful deed. You will bear someone else's fertile seed. What you're looking for. You want me to claim this child you bore, but I know that it was he, not me. And you know just how it's got to be. Lies in your Martian lips. Your body moves just like the crack of a whip. Blackouts lay atop your satin bed. You so wish that you could see me dead. Your heart and let me in. Let me fill it up and then begin. So let go I've wanted to for years. To close my eyes and know that someone's really here. Your heart and let me in. So you can do for me what I can do for you. me crazy. I want you to open up your heart and let me in. Let me fill it up and then begin. Oh, let go of one or two feels, yeah. I wanna close my eyes and know that someone's really near. Just to close my eyes and know that someone's really near. Open up your heart and let me in. Open up your and let me in. And let me in. And let me in. Oh yeah.
Memories and drinks don't mix too well, and jukebox records don't play those wedding bells. Looking at the world through the bottom of a glass, all I see is a man who's fading fast. Tonight I need that woman again, what I'd give for my baby to just walk in. Sit down beside me, say it's alright, take me home and make sweet love to me tonight. But here I am again, mixing misery and gin, sitting with all my friends and talking to myself. I look like I'm having a good time, but any fool can tell that this honky-tonk heaven really makes you feel like hell. I light a lonely woman's cigarette, and we start talking about what we want to forget. Her life story and mine are the same. We both lost someone and only have ourselves to blame. But here I am again, mixing misery and gin, sitting with all my friends and talking to myself. I look like I'm having a good time, but any fool can tell that this honky-tonk heaven really makes you feel like hell.
producers, What's He Got? Before that, Misery and Gin by Merle Haggard. Open Up Your Heart by Eddie Money, and we started out the set with Evil Woman by a band named Crow. That is the original version of the song. You've heard me play the Ike and Tina Turner version of it, and in which it was called Evil Man, but the most popular version was done by Black Sabbath on their debut release. And I, after I heard Ike and Tina Turner's version, I went and wanted to find the record, and it was pretty good album. I mean, it was just interesting how nobody changed really the arrangement or anything. They kept it as is. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm out of practice here. I think the last time I recorded a show was October 2018. Yeah, it was right before I got married. So once again, I want to thank you for still downloading shows and all that, and still staying loyal and supportive. That really means a lot. And it's once again, I'm Jamal David Wilson. This is the Vinyl Exile, in which I play nothing but songs that are hard to find on vinyl. So I'm not playing anything new or anything like that. This is all coming from vinyl albums, and I'm sticking with this format for a very, very long time, and I'm going to explain that in a bit. Once again, the reason why it's been taking me so long is, like I said, I got married, but so what? Okay, and other things happen. Like I've been working overtime shifts lately because at the job, and on top of that, I ended up having a relapse after being 5 years sober. It only lasted 2 months, but now I'm back on the wagon and I'm doing fine. So I had to process that before getting behind a mic again. And quite honestly, I'm getting sick of this mic. It's starting to. Why does this? It doesn't have a huge reading on this. But anyway, one of the major factors in recording this episode is because I'm imprisoned in the house. Over here in Kewanee, Illinois, there is a cold snap. And as of right now, let me see here, it's negative 10 degrees with a wind chill of negative 32. At 7 in the morning, it was at a negative 45. So if you went outside with any exposed skin, you'd get frostbite in 4 minutes. So because of this, the plant that I worked at shut down. Matter of fact, everything in this town is closed. Even the train isn't running because it's too dangerous. I haven't even gone out to start my car. So, I was just like, oh, great. Well, if I'm going to be trapped in the house, I might as well record. And so it's kind of interesting. I'm literally sitting in my nerd quarters. I can't even look out the window because there's nothing but a sheet of ice. And so in other words, this episode is being recorded under duress from an act of God. so yeah. Sorry it took so long, but yeah, that's all that's been going on. And I wanted to point out that the format, like I said, is never going to change, but there's going to be extensions to it, which I'll be going through most of the show. But when it comes to the Vinyl Exile, like I said, everything's coming from vinyl. And I don't think I ever went into detail about how this happened. What happened was, I called it the curse of Kanye. Last year, Kanye West had made a remark about slavery being, black people must have chose slavery because they were in it so long instead of revolting. That pissed me off so much. I had 3 Kanye West albums in my iTunes. And when I highlighted them, I accidentally hit, I don't know whether it was the shift button or the control button, but it highlighted everything from A to K instead of the Kanye West albums and erased all of my music collection. Now, if you've all been listening over the last 6 years I've been doing the show, I had over like 100,000 songs. So that part just completely decimated me. So I had to actually contact Ann, who does my website design and is my ex, because she would have a backup of the music. So what happened was I was trying to get all of this stuff back, because the thing is that when you accidentally hit trash and it goes in the trash, it automatically is going to start erasing things even before you hit erase. So it was kind of hard trying to like pull everything together. So while I was doing that and trying to restore all the music, I ended up buying a turntable in which I went and bought records. And my wife, Jace, had found this record store in Peoria, Illinois, called Ribbon Records. And I started buying records. We started buying records. Then I started buying more records, and then more records, and then more records, and then more records. In the course of 3 months, 3 to 4 months, I now have 500 records. I haven't had time to load everything into an MP, into the computer, you know. So the format that's going to change on this show is normally I'm doing 2 shows a month, and it's going to go up to 4 shows a month later in the year. To tell you the truth, what happened was I had to stop buying records because I was never going to be able to catch up. If I had everything that I have now available to play, I would have 6 years of material if I was doing the show 7 days a week. You know? So it's like I already got more than enough material. There is a lot of unavailable material on vinyl, and it's only gonna deepen when I start going back to buying records. So later in the year, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do more shows because I really want to highlight a lot of the great music that I found on vinyl. So, and also a lot of the episodes, I'm not going to be talking as much because I really want to highlight the music. So, I mean, for those of you that want me to sit around and talk about my personal business, I'm kind of getting away from that right now. I'm too busy trying to, figure shit out. Oh God! So on that note, let's go to an album which is the band was called Ike Turner Presents the Family Vibes, and this is a song I was hunting down for 20 years, and I finally tracked it down. Here's Garbage Man on the Vinyl Exile.
Look, I know I'm dirty and everything, but I just want to talk to you just a minute. I just want a little bit of your time. Hey, girl. I am your garbage man. I come around your house each and every day. I just wanna know your name. I am your garbage man. Hey, little girl, gonna put some love letters, stick 'em on every can, trying to get a message to you. Gotta get it in your hand. I am your garbage man. Hey, 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 baby. you pick and choose whatever you want. I am your garbage man. Now look here, I know I got something that you might can use. Hey, the other day I got some lovely curtains. It looked beautiful hanging in the kitchen window, and I could see you peeping out at me when I come to get your stuff. You know, that makes me so happy, baby. Say what? You don't? But I got some dresses. You might can. I got some lovely dresses. I wanna put one on you, girl. Be good to you. I am your garbage man. Take a look at me. I don't look too bad when I get cleaned up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Thinking about you. Hey, hey, girl. I know your neighbor is gonna be jealous when they see all them lovely things that I'm gonna be bringing you. I'll do anything. I am your garbage man. I was wondering, are you gonna be busy Sunday? If you're not, hey, I want you to. Hey, look here, I got a beautiful 24-inch color TV last week. Yeah, I want you to come by and listen to it with me. Yeah, listen. I forgot to tell you, it ain't got no picture tube, baby, but it got a heck of a sound. I got a lovely pair of yellow kittens. Yeah, I'm gonna give them to you. I'll do anything. I am your garbage man. Yeah. Personalized. I can be good to you. I ain't never wanna be your back scratcher. Met nobody. I ain't never. I wanna share my trash with nobody. But you. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hey, baby, I've been wanting to talk to you for such a long time. Come on over here and let me whisper this in your ear. Dig it. Boop, spudadoo, badoo. Boop, spudadoo, budadoo, boop. Boop, badada, badoo. Boop, spoodoo. Hey, baby. Don't you think this little game has gone far enough? Yeah, hey, baby. just want to tell you that the getting show was good like you promised it would be, baby. And now, mama, all I want to do is just keep getting it on, baby. Just keep getting it on and on and on, baby. Good God.
Get it on, baby. 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 Get it on, baby.
So good, baby.
I went out to a club down in the ghetto. A big crowd of people lined up at the door. And I asked someone to tell me, what was happening. 'Cause I ain't never seen this many folks here before. Oh, no, no, no. He said there's a red man and a soul band. He's getting down. Oh, he's getting down. There's a red man and a soul band. He's getting down. Oh, getting down. As I push my way through to the inside, I could see that the stage was not very far. No, 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 no. On the stand, there were 5 funky musicians. Now, now. One was a tall, skinny white boy playing the guitar. He could play guitar. In a soul band, he's getting down. Oh, getting down. Talking about a red man in the soul band, getting down. Oh, getting down. Go ahead, Red. Get down. Go ahead, Red. Play it for me. Do it. Do it, Red. About that time, old Red stepped up to the microphone. Now, now. He said, now, folks, I know y'all been sitting there wondering about me. I guess I wonder about myself sometimes. You see, it's a funny thing. Every time I start playing this here old guitar, you see, I get a funny feeling, and I start wondering. I start wondering about my own family tree. Go ahead, Red, in a soul band. Get down. Oh, get down. Go ahead, Red, in a soul band. Get down. Oh, get down. Come on, Red. Do it. Head on, Red. Come on, Red. Do it.
sometimes the difference is too hard to tell. With empty pockets, an old worn out seat, they say you fill them by writing your dream, and I'm one step closer now with one more fight. In paradise, they tell me that the sun shines all night, and maybe I'm crazy believing that stuff. But if this is it, well, it's not enough. I'm too close to paradise and too close to hell, and sometimes the difference is too hard to tell. Now you can come with me, or I'll go alone. But I'm too close to ever go home again. I'm one step closer now. My heart's growing cold, but I'll fall back in love again. Or so I've been told. Come along with me, or I'll go alone. But I'm too close to ever go home. I'm too close to paradise and too close to hell, and sometimes the difference is too hard to tell. Now you can come with me, or I'll go alone. But I'm too close to paradise, too close to let it go. I'm too close to ever go. I'm too close to paradise. There's a big mountain to climb. Yeah. Before the sun shines all right. Sing the truth. Oh, show me love. Show me love. I can't stand that other street no more. Walk down the town, and I ain't talking evermore.
Ugh. It that after listening to that, it doesn't get better. It's just that doesn't. That doesn't even get better on the second listen. Oh God, that was Sylvester Stallone from the soundtrack of Paradise Alley. That was Too Close to Paradise. What happened was that was the film he did after Rocky. He had written a movie. It was I think it was his writing and directing debut, and it oh God, I still got it in my head. I'm just like, man, that what happened was he really wanted control of this film, and so much to a point that he wanted to sing the opening and closing theme of it. And the album, the soundtrack, which I tracked down, has him on it, obviously. Also his brother, Frank Stallone Jr., and Tom Waits, because Tom Waits is in the movie and the rest of the music's done by Bill Conti, who did most of the Rocky films. And they and I remember Frank Stallone Jr. telling a story about how they were begging Frank Jr. to go, like, please, could you please talk him out of singing? Could you do this on, please? And he's like, hey, Sly wants to do it. He really wants to do it. And they're just like, but he's horrible. And he's like, I know, but y'all gave him full control of the movie, and I can't. So, yeah, that's what you get. That is almost as bad as the porno film Sly Stallone did, but no, the porno film is worse. That was just okay. And before that, we had this Redneck and a Soul Band by Latimore off of his Latimore 3 release. And Hey Babe is the Getting Still Good by the Joneses. And then I started out the set with Garbage Man by Ike Turner Presents the Family Vibes. This is episode 45 of The Vinyl Exile. I am Jamal David Wilson, basically trapped in the house, recording this show because if I go out, I'm going to have frostbite. Let's see, right now, what is it? I find this amusing. I'm actually going to check the weather while I'm doing this. Let's see, right now, it's still at a -10. I ain't going out. Yeesh. Okay. And one of the things I wanted to also mention is that a new show that I'm doing is going to be added along with the Vinyl Exiles. It as part of the show. And that show is going to be called Pleasure Programming. And the story behind the show actually was one of the reasons. The thing was that when I was going to do this show of songs from vinyl, I wanted to try to find all these albums that you would hear of easy listening, Madhavani, or back when, or my age, because I'm 50, you would see advertised on TV a Nat King Cole box set, or, pop organ varieties, things like that. And those are all completely unavailable. And what happened was I went to a record store. Once again, my wife found the place in Princeton, Illinois, called Blue Jay Way Records. And we were shopping there just to check the place out. And they had this whole section of easy listening box sets that I had never. I was just like, oh my God, I hit the mother load, right? And so I decided, look, I'm going to go, I said, we got to go back there. I got to go get those box sets. So what I did, now Ann's going to get a kick out of this one. As you all know from listening during the 6 years, I had a huge DVD collection. And a lot of those DVDs, when I was working for the online music and DVD retailer, I picked up a lot of B-movie titles and off-the-wall titles. And so I ended up having about 3,000 movies. Movies like The Beast Within, or Snakes on a Plane, or Evil Speak. Stuff that I just wouldn't watch now because I'm just not into films like that as much. And so I grabbed about 70 of these movies and took them over there, and I traded, and I was just like, how much can I get for these movies to go through those, to get those easy listening box sets? And he was just like, I'll tell you what, each box set for a DVD. So I gave him 70. And he went, please, take as much as you want. Nobody buys them. It turns out that music is dead. It's just nobody buys it because there's no audience. The thing is that now when I was growing up, easy listening, the format like Engelbert Humperdinck, Mantovani, Ferrani and Teicher, Nana Muscuri, let's see what else. It was called popular music. Now, there used to be a radio station when I grew up in Chicago called WLAK that played nothing but easy listening. And I loved that station when I was a kid because it would be very relaxing. This is before Prozac, by the way. This is the 70s. Now, the reason why the format died, I hate to use that word, the reason why, because of what I'm about to say, the reason why the format disappeared, because you can't find it on an app like iHeartRadio. I just recently switched over to Xfinity, and one of the music channels is easy listening. That's the first time I saw a channel dedicated to that music. There are no easy listening stations because the audience, isn't financially wealthy, because the age demographic of popular / easy listening is about 65 to 90. When you're that age, you're not spending a lot of money, so advertisers have to be very careful about what they advertise. And B, the audience doesn't have a high mortality rate. So it's kind of not profitable. So after a while, that format fizzled out. And I used to like that format because it would be nice after a hard day just to listen to easy listening music. I do it now. So I decided I was going to do an entire show of it. The reason why it's called pleasure programming is because when Reader's Digest would put out one of their box sets, it would say in the corner, pleasure programmed for your listening enjoyment. And then to me, that was such a catchy title, I'm going to just steal it. So sometime later in the year, I'll be creating an easy listening show called Pleasure Programming. And I hope you like it. And basically, you won't hear me speaking during that show. What you'll hear me doing is coming in now and again to say who I just played, but that's it. The whole point of the show is to be a relaxing 2-hour show after a stressful day. So you're not going to hear me talking. You're just going to hear me say the song and go into the next one. So this is going to be an interesting experiment for me because I'm getting up there. So basically, the realization is, okay, I'm fucking turning into, I'm listening to vinyl. I'm hardly buying any new music. I traded all of my B movies from my youth for easy listening records. I've turned into my grandparents.
City in the sky. I'm thinking of a one-horse colt, no driver on a hayride, like an invisible influence that bears down on my wheel, making love on top of a hill, howling wind, she cries a pain of thrill. Someday you and I will go for a ride through the enchanted forest. It will want us to stay, won't let us go away. Yeah, you and I, you and I, you and I, we will fly. Now you know how we both could feel. Yeah, you know from our day on that hill. These were great, my heart was warm from inside. You see, I'm turning back the time, back to when you were mine. Yeah! Someday you and I will go for a ride through the enchanted forest. It will want us to stay, won't let us go away. Yeah, you and I, you and
Loving Girls by Baxter Robertson. Before that, Double Yellow Line from Saad and the Next. Enchanted Forest by El Chicano. And we started out the set with Take Me Home by Pussy, one of my favorite bands off their album Invasion. This is The Vinyl Exile with Jamal David Wilson. And I wanted to point out that another thing I'm going to add to the show, I'm bringing back the Insomniac movie review segment. It is for an interesting reason. What happened was, because of where I live in Kewanee, Illinois. I mean, here. This is kind of interesting. When I lived near the Wisconsin border, when I was doing the Music Diversity Protection Program, strangely enough, I had access to more movies because I could go to Crystal Lake or I could go to Rockford. And so I was able to see an independent movie in Rockford or Crystal Lake. Where I live now, which is Central Illinois, I have the option of going to Moline, Illinois, Peoria, Illinois, or Davenport, Iowa. Either way is a 45-minute drive. Now, the way that it works, which is kind of interesting, which is what I found out, is the theaters here don't really cater to smaller independent movies. They only really cater to the big budget releases and spiritual movies. So the way that this whole thing started was I wanted to see the remake of Suspiria, and no theater booked it. No one in Peoria, no one in Moline, no one in Davenport, Iowa, which the one in Davenport, Iowa is huge. It's a 25-screen theater with an IMAX, because of all things I was able to see there, they had the IMAX 2001 A Space Odyssey, which I am going to review at some point on this Insomniac show to talk about that. But the thing was that otherwise, everything else I couldn't see. These movies that you see popping up like Sorry to Bother You, Suspiria, The Oath, the Mr. Rogers documentary, Won't You Be My Neighbor, you have to wait for it to come on DVD, buy them at a place like Walmart, or get them on demand. So I want to pay tribute to a lot of these films that you can't find, and that's why I'm going to do the Insomniac movie review, even though the first episode of it is going to be about Bohemian Rhapsody and my take on it because of all the different things I'm seeing about it, and I actually wanted to point some things out regarding that. So just letting you know, I'm going to try to definitely keep busy this year, so I hope you all enjoy this creative output, damn it.
The niggas are coming.
The niggas is coming.
Run, Charlie, run. Look, the niggas are coming.
The niggas is coming.
I watch you go to church on Sunday.
Then you forget all you learned on Monday. Well,
You see your smiling face can hide.
well, how you hate your brother inside. So I'm telling you, run, Charlie, run. Look, the niggas is coming. The niggas is coming. Run, Charlie, run. The niggas are coming.
The niggas is coming.
But the greatest wrong you know you've done is to pass your sickness on to your son, your one and only boy. You came into this world with a mind so clean. You took it more than it made it mean. So I'm telling you,
Donna Summer with composer John Barry with the theme from the deep, down deep inside. Don't you just love how all those R&B songs were in like late seven, like during the 70s and stuff, in which it was either about dancing or fucking. Either one. I mean, there was always this double entendre about that. I mean, it's. And before that, we had "Run, Charlie, Run" from the All Directions album by the Temptations. "Run, Charlie, Run, the niggas are coming." That was another one of those songs that I needed to track down. It is not on one single compilation for the Temptations. The All Directions album isn't out on to purchase as a single record. I think they're trying to bury that track. So I was like, I gotta find that song, and because that was the album that had "Papa Was a Rolling Stone" on it, and they because that song's on there, and also is "Keeping Up with the Joneses," but "Run, Charlie, Run," the niggas are coming. That isn't on anything, and it's kind of funny in the '70s. That was back when they had it was the Black Power movement. It was pretty, thick at the time, because actually that was why I played it along with the track that I started the set with, which was TNT by Osibisa, off of the Superfly TNT album, which is another one of those sequels in which people reference the title a lot, but nobody saw the movie because it wasn't that good. Which is kind of interesting because Alex Haley wrote the script. Ron O'Neal, the star of Superfly, directed the movie, and Osibisa did the soundtrack. Well, it's nothing like the Curtis Mayfield soundtrack. That wouldn't be fair. But Osibisa was this band from Ghana, and they were, so it was very open about, pro-black, So that was how it was back then. Kind of. It's what I call the Die Whitey Die era. I mean, if you listen to music like that and songs like "Run, Charlie, Run" and "The Last Poets," it's a lot of that "Die Whitey Die" that was very popular on college campuses. That hey man, look, I don't create the generations, okay? I just live through them. And speaking of that, one of the things that I experienced this past about last month is my mother stayed over in Kiwani with me and my wife for Christmas, and over the years, I never bought her a Christmas gift she liked. It was kind of like, oh, thank you, and then I would notice that she never used it. And what happened this time was when she had visited us on Thanksgiving, she had said, just in passing, oh, I own a record. I still have a record player because my mom doesn't even own a cell phone. And that's when the light went off. I was like, oh, okay, so what I'll buy some records. So what I did was literally I went to the record store to get my mom some albums for Christmas as a Christmas present. Three interesting things that I discovered when I was doing this. I was finding a lot of material for my mom because my mom, I just basically it's like you buy an old R&B album, she's gonna love it. Two albums I couldn't find in a record store in a used. I couldn't find "Off the Wall" by Michael Jackson, and I couldn't find "Thriller" by Michael Jackson. Now, if you go to a used CD record store, you can find tons of that on CD or tape, but people still hang on to their Michael Jackson records, which I thought was interesting. I was able to find the Victory album by the Jacksons, and I wanted to give her that because my mom and I went and saw the Victory tour together at Comiskey Park in 1984. But I was still trying to track down those two Michael Jackson records. and I went up on Discogs. The interesting thing about going up on Discogs, which is where I get into a lot of trouble, a lot of the ones that are sold on Discogs are pretty banged up, and they're just trying to get rid of them. So it's kind of interesting. You can't. People are those two Michael Jackson albums are rare finds. I didn't know that. I was pretty surprised, and it made me, because then what we did, I ended up buying 100 records for my mom, and I'm actually taking records from my collection to give to my mom, and it ended up being like, it probably weighs about 50 pounds, which my mom's 80-something years old, so she can't carry it. So she took part of it, and I'm going to send the rest to her. But then that made me realize something to all of you out there. If you're hard-pressed of buying someone a gift, buy them a record player. Now, there's all types of record players out there. You don't have to get a big production model like I do, so, like the one I use for this show. There's the ones from a company called Victrola. There's one from Ion. If you go to my Facebook page, the Vinyl Exile page, I do post vinyl record player ads for you to visit and links. I'd recommend, buy them a record player and buy them a few records that might make them interested. And I'm going to bet you they're going to love it, because then it'll start the wheels turning in their head of thinking, oh, I remember I used to like this record when I was a kid, or this one when I was a teenager, or this one when I was a teenager. You can't go wrong with vinyl as a gift. It always will bring back a nostalgic and pleasurable thought. So just keep that in mind. That's the point of this show. And on that note, I'm out of here. I'll be back again with another episode. And the show is written, produced, and programmed by me, Jamal David Wilson, out of the nerd quarters of Kewanee, Illinois. The excellent website design and upkeep is done by the irreplaceable Ann Almgren, who I thank every second of every day, because if something happens to her, that website is dead. Okay, because I don't know what the fuck to do with that thing. So, and don't forget to tell your friends about the show. And also, if you're downloading it on iTunes, don't forget to leave a review so that way it gets the word out. So once again, get some joy out of life and buy some records. You have a good one.